The first shot. The last shot. What if the shots are speaking to each other, but everything has changed? Welcome to FilmVérité. Today, we're decoding the most elegant weapon in a filmmaker's arsenal, cinematic symmetry. What is it? A director mirrors the opening frame with the closing frame. Same composition, same visual language, to reveal what's transformed beneath the surface. It's not decoration, it's argument. The contrast between those two moments is the story. For each film in this video, we run a symmetry audit. We compare the opening frame to the final frame, analyzing visual composition, sound design, color temperature, to map the character's journey. Then we deliver the full circle verdict, classifying what that journey accomplished. 3 possible outcomes. 1. The trap. The character ends exactly where they started. The cycle is inescapable. Despite all the violence, all the effort, nothing changed. Think Animal Farm. The animals revolt against a human tyrant, fight battles, build windmills, only to end with pigs sitting at the poker table. The famous line, "It was impossible to say which was which." 2. The evolution. The character returns to a similar position, but they've grown. They're physically in a familiar place, but their skill, their understanding, their power has leveled up. They didn't walk in a circle, they climbed a spiral staircase. Think The Hobbit. Bilbo begins smoking a pipe outside Bag End, a timid homebody. He ends the story sitting in the same chair, smoking the same pipe, but he's no longer just Bilbo the Hobbit. He's a ring bearer, a dragon burglar, a friend of elves. The Shire hasn't changed, but his capacity to exist within it has. They didn't walk in a circle, they climbed a spiral staircase. 3. The broken mirror. The 2 frames look identical, but the meaning is violently reversed. The irony of the journey shatters the reflection. What once felt innocent now feels damning. Think the Picture of Dorian Gray. Dorian begins by splitting his image from his truth. His portrait ages while he stays young. He ends by stabbing the painting. The servants find the portrait restored to beauty. On the floor, a withered, unrecognizable corpse. The mirror broke the illusion. The division destroyed him. They're looking at the same mirror that no longer tells the truth, but a calculated lie or a new, permanent reality. In this episode, we're breaking down Christopher Nolan's masterpiece, Inception, in detail to show you exactly how transformation is achieved, or denied, on screen. The film begins with a low-angle, desaturated shot of waves crashing violently against a shoreline. The camera is handheld and unstable, creating a sense of disorientation. The lighting is overcast and flat, natural, low contrast. The focus is textural, emphasizing the chaotic, uncontrollable nature of the water before revealing a protagonist lying prone and helpless in the surf. The film concludes with a steady, calculated close-up of a small brass top spinning on a wooden table. The lighting is warm, golden hour high-key, contrasting sharply with the cold opening. The camera performs a slow, smooth push-in, keeping the spinning object in sharp focus while the background, the garden and children, remains soft. The narrative. In the opening, Cobb is physically and metaphorically washed up, trapped in limbo, the deepest and most chaotic level of the subconscious, estranged from his family and his mind. He is at the mercy of the environment. By the ending, Cobb has returned to a domestic sanctuary. He spins the totem to check reality, but walks away before verifying the result. The shift moves from existential entrapment, being washed onto the shore of an infinite dream, to emotional liberation, choosing his children over the obsession with what is real. The full circle verdict in Inception is the evolution. While the narrative structure appears to be a loop, returning to the plane, the visual symmetry suggests a spiral. Cobb moves from a man staring into the abyss of the subconscious to a man who deliberately turns his back on the question of reality to embrace the present moment. Most viewers obsess over the wobble of the top in the final frame, but the true verite detail lies in the sound design bridging the transition. In the dream layers, the Edith Piaf song Non, je ne regrette rien is used as the kick to wake the dreamers. The song's brass section is slowed down massively to create the film's iconic score. In the final seconds of the film, as the screen cuts to black, we do not hear the top fall. Instead, we hear a very abrupt, non-diegetic sound cue that mimics the snap of a dreamer waking up. Nolan uses the audio cut, not the visual fade, to deny the audience closure. Christopher Nolan says debating whether or not Cobb is dreaming or awake misses the real point of the Inception ending.
The point of the shot is the character doesn't care at that point.
Subscribe FilmVérité for more videos.